into this next game against Memphis, man. 9-11.
You're good, MP.
And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Here with Grant Hill, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce. I'm Brian Anderson. Tonight, we've got a special treat. Our NBA insider, Shams Charania, sitting in with us as well. Shams, glad you could be here tonight.
Of course, BA, I'm glad to be a part of this crew. This is a pretty big-time group I'm a part of right now, BA.
Yeah, well, good luck getting the word in, my friend. And MP said he wanted to outplay every player in his rookie class. Easy to say, much harder to do.
In terms of rookies, MP is up there in talent, and we've seen flashes of it. I think he's had a good year. I wouldn't call it great quite yet. There's some room for improvement for MP. But honestly, guys, that's all rookies at this point of their careers.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Edey out there with Santi Aldama. Then there's Jalen Wells. Then it's Scottie Pippen. And it's Coward in a shooting guard. And this summer, the Grizzlies going all in to draft a player who'd been a virtual unknown about a year ago, Shams. Cedric Coward.
BA, you love stories like this, and he really shot up the boards as well at the NBA Draft Combine with his immaculate shooting percentage. And get this, BA, 6'5", with a 7'2" wingspan. For those trying to do the math at home, that's a +9 wingspan. So absolutely elite physical tools. I'm told they're very excited about Cedric Coward in Memphis, guys.
Seems like a guy who could make a name for himself quickly. Here's MP. After the basket by Memphis on the other end. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Back to MP from behind the arc. Doesn't go in. 2 for 4 in this game.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Coward. Off target from three-point range.
Yeah, they're still looking for some cohesion offensively.
Here's MP. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to go on Santi Aldama.
You know, it's no secret that MP is a confident guy. But what I really like is that most of the time he lets his play do the talking for him.
And both free throws good for MP.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
To the middle. Here's Aldama, and he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And at 7 feet tall, Aldama can burn you inside. Even with the contact, he's tough to contain at times.
Now here's Hunter. MP inside, working on Aldama, and that one's good. MP's got 8.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Here's Coward. Monk covers. With the floater. Rebound by Sacramento. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies. Came away with a win.
They flat out dominated the last time these teams squared off, particularly on the glass.
Yeah, but they can expect a whole lot more resistance this time around. No team likes to lose a rebounding battle.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the score by Sacramento. And here's Edey, still without a bucket. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Pippen. The three-pointer off the mark. The Kings lead by 6. The last 7 league MVPs born outside the United States, Shams. The game is going global. What's next?
So, B.A., Adam Silver cited this statistic. 5 years from now, over 40% of the youth of the world will live in Africa. I think we'll see a lot of investment in developing that talent, not to mention captivating fans in that market, but really around the world. That's what the NBA is, a global sport.
You think we'll see teams, divisions, possibly groups of teams in certain areas around the world that'll be part of the NBA?
NBA Europe is very much in the works. There could be a real league there with the NBA.
Well, rebounds look too easy for Edey sometimes. Taller than even most NBA players.
He shoots it. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Memphis shooting their first free throws of the night right here. First one falls for him. And so he hits both.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
MP right side. Memphis with a rebound. Up top, Pippen. Rebounded by Russell Westbrook.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
Now here's MP. He's got 10. Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, young man. We see you, MP. We know you for real.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam?
Good.
Here's Pippen. 6-point game. Pass to Coward. From downtown, Sacramento grabs the miss. MP's got 5 rebounds tonight.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Some around the league, Shams, saying the Big Three super team era is done. You see it that way?
Listen, B.A., the latest CBA clearly is designed to spread talent around the league, clearly is designed for parity around the league, but I really feel like the super team era really came and went pretty quickly. We saw Miami with their Big Three win it all. Kevin Durant to Golden State was really a one-off product of the salary cap spike in 2016. That's been about it. It's been about parity, but you still do need a couple stars in today's NBA to win.
Right now, they're losing ground. I mean, they might need to switch things up a bit. Maybe hit the offensive boards a little harder.
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Well, the way MP runs screen and roll, you think he's been in this league for over a decade.
Pass to Coward. To the inside. And the dunk by Edey.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
Here's Coward. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Memphis with a rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
I'll tell you what, once things started to go downhill, their performance plummeted. It wound up getting pretty ugly.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
And so here's Sacramento after Memphis picked up the 3 with their last shot. Shot clock at 5. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Monk for 3. Aldama grabs the board.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
And Shams, the last few years, teams often giving up a lot of draft picks when they traded for a difference maker.
The market has changed, B.A., and the thought process has been, assuming the trade moves the needle, those picks you're giving up aren't very good. But listen, if the trade doesn't work, you just gave up the farm, and that's the risk reward that you play with as a general manager.
Outside Monk. Pass to MP. There's the 3. Can't hit that one.
Well, playing his role to
great.
perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. And now just a 2-point Sacramento lead. Here's Westbrook. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the scoring. He had a bunch of assists, too, affecting the offense in so many ways.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
A line change here for Memphis. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at Sacramento, they're in 10th place, but it's early on, so they have time to recover. And, of course, the Grizzlies, a couple spots down.
Right now, for Sacramento, they had some lofty goals to start the year, but they may not have the roster to hang with the league's elite teams.
Yeah, they wanted to accomplish more this season, but things haven't quite worked out. Some bad breaks along the way.
Now here's MP. A 38-point game for him in the win against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Clark grabs the board. Grizzlies trail by 4. Pass to Clayton. Jackson outside. Here's Clayton. The 3-ball. Knocks it down from distance.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
36 seconds left to play in the first. MP left side. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, young guys can be so fearless. I mean, just look at MP battling there inside.
The first one falls. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Memphis. And he makes both free throws. And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Hendricks. Fires the 3. MP with a block.
Great effort from MP. We don't see that a ton from players his age.
11 seconds left in the opening quarter. Jackson, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Clock at 4. Here's Spencer. Can't tie it up. That one misses. And so it's MP making things happen for Sacramento. Oh, what a quarter. He was at... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Kings.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
So on the floor from Memphis to kick off the second quarter. We've got Brandon Clark, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope out there with G.G. Jackson, and it's Hendricks in at the 4 spot.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. You know, Shams, last year we heard stars like Kevin Durant say they wish more attention was paid to the game. There is great attention paid to the game in a lot of different areas, and I know a lot of the older players are a little uncomfortable with that. Where do you stand on all of this?
Well, listen, VA, every player deserves to have their perspective heard, and they're the ones playing. They're the product at the end of the day. Trades, signings, free agency, coach hirings, firings, that's all a part of the game as well. I think everyone in the game understands that. For me, as long as I'm being fair, accurate, responsible with everything that I do and my information, that's all that matters. I think that's all players, coaches, execs care about.
Pass to Clark. All sorts of time, and he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
The Kings leading, and let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. The Kings going into last season bringing an experienced closer in DeMar DeRozan. Domantas Sabonis said it's what we needed. More veterans.
MP with the slam.
Well, you got to be confident with your ball handling trying something like that. MP with the incredible move.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Sacramento with some changes. Hunter comes in for Hayes, and it's Russell Westbrook in for Carter. Jackson outside. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. The three. MP with a block. Here's MP taking it inside.
Well, even though he hasn't been in the league a long time, MP knows exactly where to get his points.
Grizzlies trail by 5. It's tipped. To the paint. The kick to Hunter. On the wing, MP. Defended by Jackson. Oh, and Jackson with the block. And it's out of bounds to Sacramento. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Just 5 to shoot. MP. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And you talk to front office insiders, they'll tell you depth is a necessity for a winning team, Shams.
With more parity, that comes more competition. And I'm told front office executives are continuing to scout players that they feel bring that competitive drive, that desire, that will to want to play and compete on a nightly basis, because these games this season gets long. It's not as frequent when you can just coast through games. You need some real horses to finish the race of the regular season.
Yeah, good point. Back to Aldama. Achua with a steal. MP with it. Now Pippen defending. Westbrook, the pass to Achua. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Pass to Spencer. Back to Aldama. Here's Coward. Here's Spencer. And again, Memphis no good. Sacramento leading by 7. Here's MP. MP right through him.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, Jackson outside. Gets the 3 to fall. Jackson's got 6 here in the quarter.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Here's MP. He's got 26. Pass to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Westbrook. Launches it. Spencer grabs the miss. Down low. Here's Aldama, and he makes it on the layup. Aldama's got 8 points.
Using that almost 7-foot frame, Santi Aldama, the Spaniard.
So both teams making some changes here. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. Number 1, Sacramento.
Over the last few weeks, they've been high-flying, getting up and down the court with conviction.
Grizzlies trail by 4. Shams, a personal question for you. This is just about the industry in general. I know you have all these sources. You don't reveal your sources. No good journalist does. But what's in it for them?
You know, BA, I'm going to tell you guys, because this is a nice family environment here at the desk. It's always something for me, 365, 24/7. These are real relationships. It's always a two-way street when it comes to whether it's a source, a relationship that I have in this industry. And right now, more than ever, it's a relationship business. You can't just show up when you need someone. And so for me, I go every day and try to build the best relationships I can.
Hey, and let's face it, we're in the entertainment industry. And how entertaining is it to get a scoop from Shams?
Come on now, we're all waiting for it.
Here's MP. Shoots from the right block. And they'll get another chance. Back to Westbrook. Inside. Tries again. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis trailing here. Pass to Pippen. And And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And Sacramento making a change here. Monk's checked in. The Grizzlies also with a sub. Edey's checked in. And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Aldama's checked in for Jackson. And it's Westbrook with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. To the middle. They still need this. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Outside Wells to the inside. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Well, pretty sure Aldama could bring down the standard if he wanted to.
Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Shams, I know you've had discussions with Commissioner Adam Silver about the league possibly expanding into Europe. Where does that stand?
Well, it's fluid, BA, and Commissioner Adam Silver and other league officials have been very clear to me. It's a process that's going to be measured in years, not necessarily months. There's definitely a sense they want to better serve those fans in Europe, start their own league out there that's NBA affiliated. And that's something the NBA is much more further along in exploring in the days, weeks, and months ahead, as opposed to expansion immediately.
Here's MP. And it's Coward with a rebound. Coward's got his 5th rebound in this one. Puts up a 3. And Russell Westbrook pulls it down.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And here's Hunter from the arc. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Good work.
Pass to Coward. Back to Wells. Now Edey. The hook shot. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And now a 3-point Memphis lead. Crosses over. Memphis with a rebound. Aldama's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Coward. Monk covers. A minute 39 left in the second. And they call an illegal screen here. And here's what Memphis' schedule looks like. On Tuesday, they'll match up against De'Aaron Fox and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. MP put it on the string.
Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
There's a minute 26 left in the second quarter. And Shams, as always, it was a pleasure to have you with us here tonight. Thanks for making the time, man.
Of course, BA. Call me anytime. Let's do this again. I'm always available for you, BA.
Best to call, text, email, or send a snail mail.
All of the above.
Always a pleasure to hear from Shams. He uncovers some stories that no one else is privy to.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of his reporting. He's a tireless worker, very detailed, and his integrity is second to none.
Here's Wells. Pass to Pippen. Just 5 on the clock. Called in by the Kings. MP's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. And Westbrook slams it home.
An above-the-rim athlete, even on the back nine. Westbrook sends it home.
Here's Coward. Back to Pippen. Here's Aldama. Offline with a 3. The Kings leading.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
The 3 is up. Oh, MP with a block. No luck on that one. MP getting it done for the Kings. On the glass, he was an absolute tyrant, just owning the boards. Back to the game after this break.
Howdy, folks. I know you've all been... And we're going to take a moment to talk about something. I've been seeing Shaq's face everywhere lately. Kenny, do you think it's fair to say Shaq? And switching it up now, guys, there's some edge to MP's game tonight, don't you think?
He's just like Kenny.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
And given that he's just delivered a double-double through 2 quarters, I'm excited to see his stats at the end of the night.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
They've got Malik Monk. MP is out there with DeAndre Hunter. Then there's Russell Westbrook. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
Pass to Westbrook. Back to MP. MP packs it home.
Well, young guys rarely hesitate to throw it down when they can. MP is no exception.
Edey up top. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. And Grant, after last season, a new front office taking over in Sacramento, trying to get them back in the playoffs.
Yeah, and after ending their record-breaking postseason drought in 2023, the last 2 years have seen the Kings again outside the playoffs. They're restless to get back there in the mix.
Now here's Pippen, pounded by Westbrook. Launches a 3. The rebound by MP. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Kings. They've led by as much as 10. Sinks the tray. Westbrook's got 7.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Here's Coward. Monk covers. Here's Aldama. Here's Edey. Aldama outside. Let's go with a 3. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
Well, it's Santi Aldama night. This is not what we expected coming in.
Pass to MP. Outside Monk. MP outside. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And some rookies here that have wasted no time making their defense stand out. MP, number 1.
Most rookies who block a lot of shots also have a hard time staying on the floor. He's been disciplined and he's been good.
Pippen, the pass to Aldama. Right side Wells. Over Hunter. Again, the Grizzlies. Good for 2 more.
Good read by Aldama. His selfless attitude is why his guys enjoy playing.
Pass to Monk. Sacramento passing it around. For 3. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Monk's gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
Here's Coward. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Sacramento leading by 3. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Malik Monk is a key player for the Kings. He said, coming to the organization, I felt like I could bring an energy that Sac had been waiting for. And it's a comfortable fit. Coming here slows everything down. I can just focus on my craft in hand, and it's been working for me. Guys, back to you.
He's played great for him. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. You talk about a high-variance team. The Grizzlies keep you guessing, Coach.
Yeah, they do. They're young, brash, a ton of talent, and at times they've seemed poised to take over the West. But It hasn't happened yet.
Well, Stan, after last season, the Grizzlies brass, quite candid, they weren't close to being championship caliber.
Well, it's a brutal business, BA. You can have a ton of talent, but sometimes there are just certain teams that stand in your way.
And the basket by Aldama. Aldama's got 17.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Pass to Edey. Now here's Pippen. Picked by Aldama for the lead. Here's Edey. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, with Zach Edey, it's about more than his 7'4" size. Skills will develop, his timing will improve, but he's already got the physical foundation of a great player.
That free throw, no good. Stan, there seems to be an impatience to this Kings organization. Continuity is not the order of the day.
Well, yeah, BA, and it can be disorienting for the players. You don't want to become complacent, but there's got to be a happy medium and some stability.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Launches it from deep. Hauled in by the Kings. They've led by as much as 10. Down low. Here's MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Mostly a scorer early in his career, Monk does a great job now of keeping others involved.
Edey with a screen on Monk. To the paint. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on MP. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Jackson is checked in. And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for the Kings. 3-point lead. MP outside. Westbrook taking his time here. 5 on the clock. Here's MP. Doesn't go that time.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
That ties it up. Jackson's got 14.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. MP against Jackson. Here's MP. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 13 to open up this second half. Pippen outside. Pass to Coward. Back to Jackson for the lead. Rebound by Sacramento. And here we go, Sacramento on the fast break. No one covering. Monk's got 6 points in the quarter.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
Here's Coward. 9 points in the game, and they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Monk finds MP. Sacramento passing it around. Back to Monk. 3-pointer. Memphis with a rebound. Edey's got 11 rebounds in the game. Wells with it. Working on Hunter. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
So the Kings making a change here. Murray's checked in. And Memphis also making a switch. Spencer's checked in. Westbrook outside. MP drives in. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. That's a flagrant 1 foul.
Ooh, hard foul. Can't let him get away with that level of contact.
That's a simple call for the officials to make. Everyone knows the league is cracking down on that kind of intimidation tactic. And both free throws good for MP. And Sacramento with some changes. Achua's checked in for Hunter, and it's Carter in for Westbrook. Clark is checked in for Memphis. Caldwell Pope comes in for Pippen. Clark in the interior, MP.
Well, high percentage looks are always a good idea. MP could build a career on shots like that if he wanted to.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. To the wing on the left. Clark finds Edey. Right wing. And here's Clark. To the inside. Spencer. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
1:41 left in the third. MP, the pass to Achua. Achua with the dunk.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Kicks it out to Clark. Pass to Spencer from outside the arc. Drills it from deep. Spencer's got his second bucket of the night.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
MP shot is off.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Clark outside. Down low. Here's Edey. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Outside Carter. It's Monk on the wing. Back to MP. The shot's good. 47 points for MP.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy. And every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
To the middle. Here's Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
Well, Edey's a good man to have in the pick and roll. A big, strong guy who relishes contact.
MP, the pass to Achua. Achua with the dunk. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Jackson surveying the D. The three is up. They get it back. MP getting it done for the Kings. He had solid production this quarter with score.
By one. I like it though.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Grizzlies. Jackson out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then there's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Spencer in at the point. Takes a three. Aldama no good.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Outside Murray. Pass to MP. Back to Murray. MP outside. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 5 rebounds in the game. Inside. Stolen by Carter. Now the Kings in transition. Here's Achua. Oh, are you kidding me?
My goodness. Great read by MP, showing he has a sense for when someone is open.
Pass to Aldama. Beyond the arc. Oh, MP with a block. And the basket by Aldama. Aldama's got 20.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Pass to Aldama. Good work there as it goes. Aldama's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, with him, He's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Here's Spencer. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. He's checked by Carter. Here's Clark. And that misses. That would have put him up. And so MP will bring it up for the Kings. They've led by as much as 10.
Come on, man.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Jackson gets the bucket.
And not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Wells is checked in for Memphis. And so here's Sacramento, trailing by 2. MP against Jackson. And that one is hammered home.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Pass to Jackson. Clark with a screen on Achua. Jackson on the wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Spencer. Three-pointer. Aldama, no good. And pushing it up. Here's Sacramento. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Yeah, strong transition play is something MP will need to be consistently capable of in this league.
Pass to Jackson. Aldama outside. Fires from deep. He can't get it to go.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
Yeah, free throws are so key in this league. It's good on MP figuring out how to get to the line.
Free throw good, MP. Some changes for Sacramento. Hunter's checked in for Achua. Malik Monk comes in for Murray. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Carter. And both free throws good for MP. Grizzlies trail by 4. Pass to Edey. The layup off target. Sacramento has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. On the break. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
And that's playing big right there. Jack hammers it down.
Went up with some bad intentions. Wow, that had some power on it. Pass to Coward. Edey with a screen on Monk. To the inside. And the dunk by Edey.
Well, when Edey gets on a roll, it's hard to stop all 7'4" of him. He's been fantastic tonight scoring.
Westbrook, the pass to MP. Monk finds MP. Shot clock at 6. And the shot goes in. MP's got 57 points.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. Pass to MP. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
They're also doing a good job working the ball inside tonight. The defense has been struggling to slow them down there in the paint.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. 6-point game. Pass to Edey. Here's Coward. And the layup is good.
Well, it's good to see Edey show off his passing skills. The more dimensions he has to his game, the better off he'll be.
Now here's MP. He takes it in, and Edey with a block. with the teardrop. And that one's good. Coward. And now just a 2-point Sacramento lead.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
MP scanning the floor. Pass to Hunter. 6 to shoot. MP inside. Guarded by Aldama. MP no good. Memphis has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Pippen outside. Now Aldama. Here's Coward. To take the lead. Rebounded by MP. The Kings have gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. And good! There's another!
Another stunning accomplishment in his career. He's now tied for 4th most 60-point games in league history.
He's one of the most exciting offensive players the NBA has ever seen. I don't think you can make an argument against that. Tipped. Monk with a steal. Westbrook. And he powers it down. One-handed.
That right there might put the finishing touch on this one. Definitely not the time to get sloppy with the ball.
Grizzlies trail by 6. Aldama outside. Can't hit it.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it. Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
Memphis, they're working against the clock now. Here's Coward. Oh, got a piece of it.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Here's MP. Good. He hits again.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. From 8 feet. No good from 3.
Well, I can guarantee his coach isn't happy with his production this quarter. He's hurting their offense right now with all the shots he's missing.
Oh, the feathery touch. Dropped it right over the rim.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Here's Hunter. Puts up the tray. Edey rips down the board. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he slams it down.
Just a special delivery for the defense.
Man, he just took the contact and still finished. Now Hunter. And they go to the intentional foul. And they double up MP. And another dime for him. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
From downtown, money from 3.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And now we've got an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, that's a good job of capitalizing at the line, adding some cushion to their lead.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, it's off! And it's Sacramento's ball. MP. So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. for three. From deep three-point land. And so it's Sacramento with the W. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on.
I know you must be exhausted after playing the full 48 tonight, but talk about what it took to win.
There's never room for excuses. We knew we were shorthanded tonight. Guys were going to have to step up. Shout out to the bench guys. Guys who haven't been getting minutes, and they came in and performed tonight. So that's what it takes to win, and those guys, hey, they proved they were winners tonight.
Well, congrats to you all.
Appreciate it.
Over to you, B.A.
Great stuff there, Dominic. Thank you.
Team chemistry right in. I like coming set up. Hold on, let me see something.
Look for MP to play heavy minutes tonight as his team.
Oh, this is. Alright, I like coming set up and I'm out. Peace.